The story begins with a cold, haunting silence. A galactic empire warship, massive and imposing, floats above a remote human colony. This once peaceful settlement is now in ruins, the streets dark and silent except for the echoes of boots hitting the ground. Soldiers of the Empire, tall and menacing in their dark, armor-clad uniforms, march through the streets. They are rounding up the humans' children, mostly preparing to take them away for something sinister. The children are frightened, eyes wide with terror, some of them too young to even understand what's happening. Their families are nowhere to be seen. The Empire is swift, ruthless, and efficient. The children are shackled, their cries drowned out by the sound of blaster rifles and the distant hum of the warship's engines. But as the soldiers move the last group of children towards the warship's hold, one small figure stands out. A young girl, no older than 10, breaks free from the group. She runs, her feet pounding against the cracked pavement as she darts through dark alleys and war-torn streets. Behind her, Empire soldiers shout, but she is fast, desperate, and fueled by the need to survive. Her heart races as she reaches an abandoned building, its windows shattered and walls crumbling. She doesn't stop. With trembling hands, she finds a small, hidden transmitter. It's old and worn, but it still works. The girl takes a deep breath, her eyes filled with determination, and sends a desperate signal to Earth. "Help us," she whispers into the transmitter, her voice barely audible. "They're taking the children. The Empire's cruelty. They're experimenting on us." Before she can finish her message, the sound of boots grows louder. The girl is caught, but not before she has sent the message to Earth. On Earth, far from the destruction, military leaders gather in a quiet, dimly lit room. They are discussing routine matters when the unexpected transmission crackles through their communication system. The room falls silent as the message plays. At first, it is nothing but static and distorted sound. Then the voice of the girl comes through, weak but urgent. "They're taking the children. The Empire's cruelty. They're experimenting on us." The transmission cuts off abruptly, leaving only silence. The room is frozen in shock. No one knows what to make of it. The leaders exchange confused glances, unsure of what they've just heard. The idea that the Empire, a force so powerful it's practically invincible, would harm children seems impossible. The transmission ends, but the tension doesn't. It lingers in the air. Was it a mistake? A trick? Or is this the beginning of something much worse? The room erupts into chaos. Some believe it's an isolated event, others fear the worst. They have to act fast, but there are no answers, just questions. Who would harm innocent children? What is the Empire's involvement? And, most importantly, what can they do to stop it? The clock is ticking, and the fate of countless lives hangs in the balance. Into this storm of uncertainty steps Captain Avery Hawk. Hawk is a seasoned war veteran, someone who has seen the horrors of battle firsthand. His face is hardened by years of conflict, and his eyes betray the pain of losing comrades he called family. He's been through the worst, but this new mission is different. This time, it's personal. The child's message haunts him. The idea of children, his own, his people, being taken and experimented on is something Hawk cannot ignore. When the leaders of Earth's military make the decision to strike back, they turn to him. Captain Hawk, once the hero who led Earth's forces to victory, is now being called upon again to lead humanity's next fight. As Hawk stands in the briefing room, the weight of the mission bears down on him. His heart aches for the lost lives, and his mind races with the enormity of the task ahead. The Empire, with its technology and ruthless might, is a near-invincible force. But something about the cruelty toward innocent children, strikes a chord deep within him. Humanity can no longer remain passive. The war is no longer about survival, it's about taking a stand against a power that believes it can do whatever it wants, no matter the cost. Hawk's decision is made. He will lead this mission. Earth will fight back, and it will not be afraid. The people of Earth have faced impossible odds before. Now, they must face them again, and this time, they will strike with everything they have. The fate of the children and the future of humanity depends on it. Back on Earth, the mood is tense. In a secure military base, Captain Hawk stands before a large holographic display showing a map of the Empire's heavily fortified facility. The mission is clear: infiltrate the base, rescue the children, and strike back at the Empire. But the task is not an easy one. The Empire's forces are vast, powerful, and ruthless. Earth's military has to rely on cutting-edge technology to level the playing field. The briefing begins, and Earth's top scientists explain the new weapons designed specifically for this mission. Cloaking devices, small but powerful EMP grenades, and a unique AI-driven battle strategy are at their disposal. The cloaking devices can make the team invisible to the Empire's sensors, while the EMP grenades will disable the Empire's AI drones temporarily, giving the team a crucial window to escape. The battle strategy uses Earth's own AI to predict and outmaneuver the Empire's systems, allowing humanity to outsmart its technologically superior enemy. Despite being outgunned and outnumbered, Earth's warriors are prepared to fight with every advantage they have. Captain Hawk listens intently, his face grim. The plan is risky, but it's the only one they have. As the briefing concludes, the squad is ready to go. They know the odds are against them, but they also know the stakes. They must succeed, or humanity's future is in jeopardy. As the team prepares for the mission, the emotional weight of their task becomes clear. Captain Hawk, a battle-hardened soldier, stands in front of a memorial wall, where the names of fallen soldiers are etched into the metal. His brother's name is there, one of many who died during an earlier Empire attack. Hawk's eyes linger on the name. His guilt is deep, he feels responsible for his brother's death. He can't forget the day he lost him, and he can't shake the feeling that his own failure led to his death. But now, there is no time for regret. The children, the future of Earth, are depending on him. He's determined to ensure that they won't suffer the same fate as his brother. He can't afford to fail again. As the team gears up, we meet the rest of the squad. Each member has their own personal connection to the mission. Sergeant Bonner, a tough soldier with a quiet demeanor, lost his family in a raid by the Empire. Privately, a skilled hacker joined the military after the Empire killed her friends in a surprise attack. Every one of them has a reason to fight, and it's personal. They've all been touched by the Empire's cruelty, and now, they've come together to take a stand. Their shared pain unites them. Despite their fear, there is a sense of resolve. They will do whatever it takes to stop the Empire and save the children. The bonds between the team members grow stronger as they prepare for the mission. Each one knows that they may not return, but they push forward, knowing that the future of humanity depends on their success. The team launches their mission under the cover of darkness. As they approach the Empire's base, they are careful to avoid detection. But unbeknownst to them, the Empire is already aware of the threat. The transmission from Earth's military has been intercepted, and the Empire's forces are on high alert. Their robotic soldiers, advanced warships, and AI-driven weapons systems are now hunting down Earth's team with terrifying precision. In space above the planet, Empire warships begin to deploy their drones, and in the dark alleys of the base, patrols of armed soldiers move methodically. Earth's team is outnumbered and outgunned, but they've been trained for this moment. They use their cloaking devices to sneak through the shadows, blending into the environment, evading detection with each step. The tension is unbearable as they inch closer to the heart of the Empire's fortress. The Empire's drones were in buzz nearby, scanning every corner of the base. But Earth's team knows that time is running out. They can feel the pressure mounting, knowing that any mistake could mean certain death. However, what the Empire's forces don't know is that humanity has something the Empire can't replicate: heart. Earth's soldiers may not have the same advanced technology, but their drive, their will to protect the children, and their unity as a team give them strength. They fight not just for survival, but for the future of their species. Despite facing an enemy of machines, they will not be intimidated. Their desperation fuels them, and their shared purpose makes them stronger than any weapon the Empire can wield. With each step, the tension rises, and the stakes grow higher. The team is about to make its move, and the Empire won't know what hit them. The squad moves like shadows in the night, their cloaking devices keeping them hidden from the Empire's watchful eyes. They are deep inside the heart of the Empire's fortress, a cold and foreboding place on a barren planet. The fortress stands in stark contrast to the once vibrant colony they've come to rescue. Towering walls of steel and glass stretch high into the sky, surrounded by harsh desert terrain. The team, cloaked and barely visible, moves swiftly and silently through the vast complex. The air inside the base is heavy, cold, and sterile. As they navigate the winding corridors, the sounds of the Empire's robotic guards echo in the distance, mechanical footsteps, the hum of advanced weaponry, and the low buzz of surveillance drones scanning every corner. The team's hearts race with every step, but they remain calm, their training taking over. They know this is their one chance. The children, held in the heart of the Empire's labyrinthine base, are counting on them. The tension rises with each moment that passes. The slightest mistake could expose them, but they press on. The Empire's forces may have more advanced technology, but humanity has something they don't: resourcefulness and the will to fight. Each member of the team feels the weight of the mission on their shoulders, but they are united in their purpose. There is no turning back now. The team finally reaches the area where the children are being held. What they find is far worse than anything they could have imagined. The corridor opens into a large laboratory, dimly lit with harsh, cold lighting. The walls are lined with glass tanks, some filled with strange, glowing liquids, while others are empty, as if waiting for more victims. The floor is covered in cold metal, and the sterile atmosphere feels suffocating. The air smells of chemicals and death. At the center of the room, the children are shackled to cold, metal tables, their faces pale and gaunt. They look fragile, broken by the cruel experiments they've been subjected to. Some have strange devices attached to their bodies, while others lie motionless, their eyes vacant, as though the life has been drained from them. The sight is horrifying. Each member of the squad is struck by a deep sense of sorrow and anger. These children, so innocent, have been reduced to nothing more than test subjects for the Empire's twisted plans. As the team takes in the sight, they feel a surge of rage and determination. This is not just a mission anymore. This is personal. They are here to save these children, to stop the Empire's cruelty and show that no one, not even the Empire, can get away with such horrors. They move forward with new purpose, knowing that time is running out, and they must act fast. Just as the squad begins to free the children, alarms blare throughout the base. The Empire has detected their presence. The sound of robotic soldiers charging toward them fills the air, and the team prepares for the worst. The doors to the laboratory burst open, and a group of the Empire's elite guards rushes in, machines with glowing red eyes and plasma blades drawn. These are no ordinary soldiers. They are the Empire's best, programmed to eliminate any threat with ruthless efficiency. The squad quickly switches from stealth to combat mode. The battle begins in a blur of fast, brutal movements. Captain Hawk leads the charge, his plasma rifle firing as he takes down the first soldier. Sergeant Bonner moves with lightning speed, using his agility to dodge the plasma blades and strike at the weak points in the robot's armor. Privately, the hacker disables a few of the drones with her EMP grenades, giving the team crucial moments of respite. The air is thick with the crackling sound of plasma blades clashing against weapons and armor. The combat is fierce. Each strike, each movement, is a matter of life and death. The squad fights with everything they have, their survival instincts kicking in as they push forward. They know that each second counts, and they cannot afford to slow down. The Empire's elite guards are relentless, but so is the team. Every kill is hard-won, each victory coming at a price, but they keep moving, never giving up. The squad is pushed to their limits, but the determination in their eyes never fades. They will not leave until the children are safe. Their unity, their determination, and their heart give them an edge against the Empire's machines. The fight rages on, and they can feel the weight of their mission bearing down on them, but they won't stop. Not now, not when victory is so close. The moment the squad frees the children, the base erupts into chaos. The children, once shackled and silent, are now running, their wide eyes filled with confusion and fear. The team moves quickly, guiding them through the corridors, but they know their window of escape is closing fast. They've accomplished the first part of the mission, but the hardest part is yet to come: getting out alive. As they approach the exit, the ground shakes, and the whir of engines fills the air. The Empire has launched a full-scale counterattack. Their warships, once hovering in the sky above, now swoop down, targeting Earth's team with heavy bombardment. The sound of weapons charging and the flash of energy blasts fills the air. The Empire's forces, both robotic soldiers and AI-controlled ships, have mobilized, and they're determined to stop the team from escaping with the children. On the ground, the squad fights to protect the children. Every corner is a battlefield. Captain Hawk and his team exchange fire with the advancing Empire forces, but the sheer number of enemies is overwhelming. The squad moves in sync, covering each other as they push forward, desperately trying to reach their extraction point. The children huddle together, staying close to the squad, their eyes wide with fear, but they trust their rescuers. Above them, the sky has become a deadly arena. Earth's reinforcements, a fleet of warships equipped with state-of-the-art weapons, have arrived to provide backup. Explosive dogfights rage in the sky as Earth's forces engage the Empire's warships in a battle for control of the air. Missiles streak across the sky, while explosions light up the darkened heavens. It's a battle of fire and fury, and the sound of the explosions is deafening. While the war above is intense, it's the fight on the ground that feels the most personal. The squad is outnumbered, but they're determined to protect the children at all costs. Every time they make a step forward, another wave of robotic soldiers and drones appears. But they continue to push, refusing to let the Empire win. Just as the team nears the extraction point, a new threat emerges. Commander Zarek, a being part AI, part human, steps into their path. He's the Empire's cold-hearted enforcer, a leader designed for one purpose: to stop the rebels. His presence alone sends a chill through the squad. Zarek is not just a man, he's a machine, a perfect combination of human ruthlessness and technological precision. Zarek stands tall, his glowing red eyes scanning the team as he activates his energy blade. It hums to life, casting a menacing light across his dark armor. He sneers at Hawk, his voice cold and mechanical. "You thought you could escape. But this ends now." The two engage in a brutal showdown. Hawk, filled with raw emotion and the desperation to save the children, faces off against Zarek, who fights with cold calculation and superior strength. Every strike from Zarek is precise, his energy blade moving with terrifying speed. He's a deadly opponent, and Hawk can feel his fatigue setting in as the fight drags on. Zarek's attacks are sharp and swift, every move a calculated strike meant to break Hawk's resolve. But Hawk's spirit is unbreakable. He thinks of his brother, of the children he's sworn to protect, and of the lives that depend on this victory. With every blow, Hawk digs deeper, using his emotions as fuel to fight back. The clash of weapons echoes through the battlefield, each strike reverberating with the weight of the entire mission. The fight intensifies as the two battle across the dusty ground. Zarek swings his energy blade, its crackling edge narrowly missing Hawk's chest. Hawk's weapon is a standard plasma rifle, but he knows he can't win this fight with firepower alone. In a desperate move, he activates an EMP grenade hidden in his belt, an advanced piece of technology designed to disable anything electronic. The grenade sends a shockwave through the air, temporarily disabling Zarek's cybernetic enhancements. The commander stumbles, his precision faltering as the machine parts in his body flicker and spark. Seeing the opportunity, Hawk charges with everything he has left. His heart races, and his muscles scream in protest, but he doesn't stop. With a roar of determination, he lunges forward and lands the final blow, his weapon crashing into Zarek's weakened defenses. The Empire commander collapses, defeated, as his cybernetic body shuts down, his red eyes flickering out. Hawk stands over the fallen commander, panting and covered in sweat. The battlefield is still. The mission is over, and the Empire's most dangerous weapon has been neutralized. The squad stands victorious, but there is no time to celebrate. The extraction point is just ahead, and the battle above the planet is far from over. But the team has won the day. They've saved the children, taken down the Empire's commander, and shown that even against the greatest odds, humanity can rise. The squad, battered but resolute, pushes forward, knowing that the fight for the future of Earth is far from over. With the fall of Commander Zarek, the Empire's forces on the planet begin to crumble. The ground shakes as their warships retreat, their power broken. The remaining soldiers, though still fierce, are no match for the Earth forces who rally around their victory. The battle for the children has been won. The sky above clears as Earth's reinforcements push the Empire's forces into retreat, securing the planet's freedom. But as the dust settles, the cost of victory becomes painfully clear. Many soldiers have fallen, including some of Hawk's closest comrades. Sergeant Bonner, the heart of the squad, didn't make it out alive. His sacrifice weighs heavily on Hawk. His loss, along with the others, is a grim reminder that victory in war is never without its price. The squad stands in silence, their faces bruised and bloodied, staring at the battlefield that was once a peaceful world. The children, free at last, huddle together, their lives forever changed by the horrors they've witnessed. Yet, amid the sorrow, there is a sense of triumph. Earth's forces have achieved the impossible. They've defeated the Empire's might, rescued the innocent, and shown the galaxy that humanity is a force to be reckoned with. For every fallen soldier, a spark of hope ignites in the hearts of the survivors. They've not only won a battle, they've struck a blow against the Empire, one that will be remembered for generations. Hawk, exhausted and bruised, kneels by a young child, gently taking her hand. Her eyes are filled with fear and uncertainty, but as he looks into her eyes, he sees a flicker of hope. The child clutches his hand tightly, silently thanking him for saving her life. The moment is quiet, a brief respite from the chaos that has surrounded them. It's a moment of pure connection, a symbol of humanity's resilience. Hawk, though physically broken, feels a renewed sense of purpose. His heart aches for the friends he's lost, for the lives that were taken, but in the child's eyes, he sees the future. She represents everything worth fighting for: the innocence, the promise, and the potential of the human race. The squad, though weary and scarred, stands with him, their bond stronger than ever. They've made it through hell, and they've come out victorious. As the children begin to gather together, finding comfort in each other's presence, the squad takes a moment to reflect on what they've accomplished. They've faced unimaginable odds, fought against a merciless enemy, and emerged victorious. They've not only saved lives but have proven that humanity, despite its flaws, can stand against the darkness. The final scenes shift to Earth, where the leaders of the planet address the galaxy. A holographic image of Earth's president, standing tall and resolute, fills the screen. She speaks to the entire galaxy, her voice carrying a message that will echo across space. To the Empire, to the galaxy, we have shown that humanity will not bow to tyranny. We may be small, but we are strong. The battle we fought here today is only the beginning. We will not rest until every child is safe, until every world is free from the Empire's grasp. We have learned that even against the most brutal forces, the heart of humanity cannot be crushed. The President's words are powerful, and they resonate with strength and determination. The camera zooms out, showing a fleet of Earth's warships, newly equipped with the latest technology and bolstered by the victory. The battle against the Empire is far from over, but Earth has proved it can hold its own. The message is clear: humanity is no longer just a speck in the galaxy. It is a force to be reckoned with, ready to fight for its future. As the camera pans over the Earth fleet, the final shot shows Hawk standing on the surface of the barren planet, looking up at the sky. The wind blows through his hair, and for a moment, he's lost in thought. He remembers the faces of his fallen comrades, but he also remembers the children they fought to save. The future, in that moment, seems brighter. The battle is won, but the war is far from over. The screen fades to black, and the final words appear: the fight for humanity's future has just begun.